Greetings, Cancer sign, and may I say happy birthday as well, being this July reading for you. So we're doing a quantum spread with the Iron Cross drop to give you a look into what's happening, to move those good things forward faster, and to avoid any situations that may be coming up this month. Just give you a look into the mental, physical, and spiritual realms and see what's really taking place this month. Thank you guys for all the love and support over the last month of this channel. We are over 1,000 subscribers. We will be having a live broadcast coming soon, new fun types of spreads and all sorts of awesome stuff. So thank you for that. Thank you for the support. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in getting a notification when I go live, which will be happening soon, like I said, hit that bell notification as well. So without further ado, let's see what's going on for Cancer. I'm manifesting a good one, because like I said, your birthdays. So happy birthday from Alexander to you. From Galactic Tarot to you. So, in accordance with the highest benevolent force in the universe, what does Spirit want you to know? Timeline spread for this month, this upcoming month, this month that we're in, depending on when you're watching this. Ooh, Ace of Swords popped out. The truth shall set you free, Cancer. Make it a good one, come on. Okay, Cancer zodiac sign timeline spread. So you guys might be also interested in watching your rising signs zodiac sign video, your Mars for how your mind thinks, or your Moon for how your ego reacts. You might get some helpful information. One more. There it is. Cancer zodiac timeline. What do we have for my family? Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. Okay. All right, what do we have here? I said I wanted a good one. No, I'm just kidding. It's good. It's not too bad. It's showing us what we're working on this month. Okay, so all right. So, basically, starting off, first and foremost, the number one card is this, what can represent money issues, but it's actually saying look through the spiritual window. But then the Hierophant, tongue twisters here, the Hierophant's down on its side over this card. So when I see these two together, when I see what's following it, is basically what this is saying is there's a certain type of work. There's some sort of spiritual work or work where you get to work with the people that your spirit guide, because that's what's showing up in the physical, okay? So a card that's very much so not physical is in the 4th position, was telling you to do. You were being urged or nudged to do. You might have thought this was your own idea. This didn't take place because now, with all the, the situations that are going on in the world right now, you're feeling a little stuck energetically. So this is basically saying that this other, say, let's call it a spider web. A spider doesn't create just one spider web to catch flies. They put a spider web over here, they put a spider web over here. So maybe you've had this job, and maybe something's going on with your job, and who knows whether it's what's going on, or maybe you're just not liking what you chose to do for work anymore. But this other thing's been pushing you. This other thing's been pushing you, which has been coming from Spirit. And like I said, number 4, Spirit guide, So the spirit guide, your spirit guides, your other dimensional versions are speaking to you, okay? So this is a way that you spread love. So this is you maybe being the Hierophant, you being the counselor for others, you being the healer for others. Because when I see what's after that, it basically shows how you have this ability to help. And this is really, really going to be coming in by the next full moon, because I get the moon card, all right, which can usually represent a little bit of sadness, but that's not the case, because right after that, we're getting this awesome card of the Paladin. So when I see this Paladin, this is this warrior, this healing warrior, this spiritual warrior, because when this guy or gal charges into battle, they don't do it with a sword, they do it with a magic wand. So how epic, how awesome. So by this next full moon, you're going to really, really get this nudge of what you're supposed to be doing. Whenever I'm creating my next thing, I tend to keep it to myself, or make sure that I only share it with people that I know 100% have my best interest in mind. So maybe what happened last time is you wanted to create this and you shared it with some people and they were like, don't do that. You were like, kind of like led off the path, or you know, certain things took place that you didn't do this, because this looks like either some healing work or, you know, some sort of counseling work. I mean, it could even be personal training. Like, there's something where you work with the people that money would have been coming in from this during this time, but this job never was created, okay? So when I see that, I go to how others view you. Others view you heading towards victory. So, you know, being your birthday, being this like awesome time of the year where you guys are so powerful right now, not that the Cancer isn't always powerful, but you guys really shine during the summer. I love the sign of Cancer. I have a lot of friends and family members that have that sign, and I just know, you know, usually it's during those winter months where things can get a little funky, and you're needing that sun. So you're having that sun, and that's why you're heading towards victory right now. So, you know, having this moon card, like that sign that, you know, the moon is what, you know, runs Cancer. That's that element, that's that astrological force that really pushes you guys. So what it's pushing you towards is towards your spirituality, is towards doing something that you can help others but still bring in abundance. So a lot of you, like I said, the Ace of Swords popped out, the truth shall set you free. A lot of you are getting validation from this, but for the rest of you, this is going to come in after this full moon this month. So hopes and fears, you're hoping for this awakening. So this is a way that you're definitely going to get an awakening here. If you're helping others while helping yourself, you know, that's one of the rules, and like with Reiki, is you heal me, I heal you. And that's one of the things that happens, is like the person's like actually a battery. So I'm not saying to do Reiki, but I'm saying that, like, you know, even back in the day when I was doing personal training, when I explained things to people, when I said, okay, well, get your shoulders back and down, pull it like this, it would actually make me better at doing the movements sometimes, because I'd be like, wow, I never really thought about it that way. But if the person was struggling to do a certain movement and I had to really explain it, I was like, oh my God, that really helps me. So this will happen with whatever this skill set or this job is, or whatever it is that you decide, whether schooling is necessary or whether some sort of practice is necessary. There's definitely something shifting with the job set, and the job set being more in service to others, but it's still serving you, and it's still bringing in abundance for you as well. Okay, so now we have these two cosmic cards. We get this card that says, do unto others as you want done unto yourself. And then this card that's showing anything can happen. So basically what I'm getting with this is not having remembering that you're heading towards victory. If others see you heading towards victory, then just ride that wave. Let them co-create that with you. This having, like, knowing, oh, but if I go to school for this, or if I learn this, or I start this new job, what if something else happens? Like, you know, some people tell me there might be a second wave of this, or a third thing of that, or this thing. We got to get rid of all those fears and all those doubts, and just, like I said, you have this awesome Paladin card. You have this card that's showing how powerful you are. So just that reminder. And then in the cosmic location, in the final cosmic slot, we got this Page of Cups. So that inner child, the importance of the inner child, a card that does represent the water signs and does represent Cancer as well. So your intuition is very, very, very on point in this upcoming month. Not only is intuition on point, but your spirit guides or higher selves or other dimensional versions or whatever you call your team is communicating with you in the physical. So looking for those signs of whatever that animal is that's doing something odd, or, you know, looking for the signs of the numbers or the letters on the license plates, or whatever it is, how you have been communicating with spirit, or being open to a new way of communicating with spirit, because they're clearly saying they're going to be communicating with you in the physical. So staying positive, and instead of thinking anything can happen, thinking, when we take ownership over what's happening in our reality, when we take responsibility for, okay, I created this for some reason. I created this to better myself. I created this to shift the reality, to make the reality better. When we take ownership of it, it takes the power out of it. Because a lot of you guys are having a lot of shifts take place right now. So, instead of looking back in regret, like I said, a lot of you watching this are going to remember, he's right. I did want to start that other career. I did want to start that other thing, but for some reason I didn't do it. This isn't about having regret. This isn't about having doubt or anything about that. This isn't about thinking it's too late to do that. It's about deciding, is that still what you want? And you might start this as, oh, this is like some little side project. I do this for fun. And then all of a sudden, this is going to become much more than you ever think it could be. So being open to that, being open and stubbornly optimistic that better than you could ever expect is going to come from you doing this. And a lot of healing and a lot of transformation for yourself is going to come from this as well, okay? So end of the month, or just like a little glance going forward, we see this phoenix rising from the ashes. We see this, it's a tough decision. And why is it a tough decision? The card that ends the reading is quarreling with lovers, quarreling with family members, quarreling with people that are in our lives. So when we look at this card, it's a card that represents debate or fighting, but not like fighting. This is like kind of like I said, a debate, or like this card represents banter, so to speak. So that's why I'm saying, when you create this thing, when you decide to do this thing, even if it didn't work last time, it might not have worked because you involved others in your decision. Not involving others in your decision this time, making the decision to do what's driving your soul. If you've been feeling that fire burning in your chest, like, oh man, I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm not doing it, this is that thing. This might not be your life purpose. This could be your life purpose, but either way, it's on the line and it's in alignment with your life purpose, is you setting out and doing whatever this is. Becoming this guru, becoming your own guru, or whatever the heck it is, or becoming this guru to others, like I said, and not being the guru. Like, because, we should all be being our own guru right now. Shout out to my girls over there. It's you, guru. Love you guys. But basically what I'm saying here is there's a big shift, and the phoenix is going to rise from the ashes either way. There's this aspect of this paladin. You guys are heading towards victory. You guys are basically just being urged to keep the inner child in the suit. And the card at the bottom of the deck is basically this this issue with sleeping at night, or certain things happening with dream time. Taking control over your dream time, because you can basically have your dream state come through to you, and you can get the same exact thing to come through to you in millions of different ways. So the other day I had a dream, and when I woke up and deciphered the dream and what the dream meant to me, it was kind of an odd thing that normally would have been conveyed with what some would consider a bad dream. But it was very beautiful. The sun was out. Everything was really great. But when I woke up, I was like, I know what that means. But while I was in the dream, I wasn't like, waking up in chaos, So basically, you guys saying, I'm going to have positive dreams. I'm going to remember them because, like I said, this star card in the physical, spirit, higher selves, spirit guides, other dimensional versions, they're communicating with you right now. So it's very important to be seeing, what is it? So asking that when you go to bed, saying spirits, angels, whatever your team is, like I said, saying to them, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? What is this? Like, having this extra thing is better than having less, okay? Better than being stuck with this one thing. So a lot of big shifts coming from the full moon, like I said, not letting things trigger you. Like I said, taking ownership, taking accountability for whatever's going on. You created it. And remembering, once again, doing unto others as we want done unto ourselves. My biggest thing to transmute and dissolve with you guys right now is this. You guys are not emotionally stuck. But if you're thinking you're emotionally stuck, if you're thinking you're energetically stuck, then you will be. So, whatever's in alignment with your belief structure is what you're going to create. So what I'd love to see you guys shift this to, and shift this card to, is just the thought process of either that's dissolving, that's transmuting. I was stuck, but now I'm doing whatever it takes to obliterate these blockages. Spirit is here helping me create this. Or, like I said, the moon card right there, smack dab in the middle, saying by the full moon, this will be completed. This clearing aspect of the full moon. There were these 3 very, very gnarly full moons that Spirit was communicating with me, saying that this was going on, and a lot was going on. This is the 3rd of that many. This is why there's so many shifts going on. So many shifts going on with like the belief structure of family and love and all of this stuff. So thank you guys so very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can see when I go live very soon. I thank you so very much. I love you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon, guys.